After 4 long, tense days, we've reached a historic moment in this election. We can now project the winner of the presidential race.
Former Vice President Joe Biden has been elected president of the United States.
Biden set to take the oath in front of a socially distanced Capitol and an empty National Mall.
Kamala Harris making history, becoming the first woman and person of South Asian descent to be vice president.
Donald Trump will face an impeachment trial for a second time.
A president has never been tried in the Senate after his term has ended. Is this even legal?
Twice tried, twice acquitted. Not the outcome that Democrats had hoped for.
But this is what the end result is. It was all bull.
Former President Trump is hinting at another run for office in 2024.
And he is running for president in 2024.
Donald Trump officially announced his third run for president yesterday.
You know, the latest polls out of Iowa do show Trump is more popular now in that state than after leaving office.
For the first time since he was sworn in, President Biden's approval rating is falling.
Biden's job approval falls to the lowest level of his presidency amid war and inflation fears.
Tonight, President Biden is speaking, and he said that Donald Trump should be put in a quote-unquote bullseye.
Breaking news out of Palm Beach, Florida. Former President Trump says his Mar-a-Lago home there is being raided by the FBI right now.
We are on the verge of something unprecedented in American history.
I suspect we will see an indictment.
He's going to be indicted probably more than once.
A grand jury here in New York City has just handed up an indictment against former President Donald Trump.
How much of it can you put on President Biden's falling approval ratings?
Former President Trump's support appears to be growing.
Why do you think that Trump's poll numbers are going up?
This is just the opening act.
The former president has been indicted again, and they say he's more likely to beat Joe Biden because of these charges, not less likely.
Based on what we know, which is in the past 2 indictments, the poll numbers for him have gone up.
Donald Trump is facing a third indictment.
Our new CBS News poll shows former President Trump with his biggest lead yet this cycle.
A fourth indictment is a very real possibility.
Donald Trump increasing his lead in a new national NBC News poll, now up 5 points in a hypothetical general election matchup.
The first presidential debate of 2024 is about to begin, the first ever televised debate between a sitting president and a former president.
I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
There's a full-on panic about this performance.
Democrats are in disarray. Questions swirl about what's next and if President Biden will...
Coming on the air at this hour with breaking news. President Biden has just announced that he is ending his re-election bid.
President Biden is now endorsing his vice president, Kamala Harris, to be the nominee of the Democratic Party this year.
New numbers from USA Today and Suffolk University show Harris ahead by 5 points, 48% to 43%.
Former President Donald Trump is ramping up his campaign schedule.
We're hearing a lot of rumors flying around about internal polls for the Harris campaign that are showing her losing to Trump in key states like Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania.
Vice President Kamala Harris had a 5-point lead in our last poll taken a month ago, right after the debate. That lead has evaporated.